Hello, good evening, everyone. My name's Mr. Kamlegea Jonathan, and today I'm to discuss what we call division of fractions. uh, Without wasting time, let's bump into division of fractions. As you can see on my screen, division of fraction, we have two parts which we need to understand. We need to understand a divisor and a dividend. Now here, I've made it simpler by defining each term. I have said in division, the number to be divided is called a dividend. That number to be divided we call a dividend, whereas the number dividing a dividend is called a divisor. That number which is dividing a dividend we call it a divisor. Now, in fractions still, let's bring out the common language we know. I know from primary, our teachers have been talking about the numerators and the denominators, meaning that in fractions, the numerator in most cases is called the dividend, whereas the denominator is called a divisor. The denominator is the number which is down in the fraction, whereas the numerator is the number which is up in the fraction. Take an example. If I have a fraction, which is, let me say, if I have a number which is 2 over 4, that's my fraction. In this case, the number up here, 2 is called a dividend, whereas the 4 which is down is called the divisor, In simple language, which you know from our primary, the divisor is called the denominator, whereas the dividend is called the numerator. That's what we call a fraction. Today we are going to understand how we can divide fractions. We have said that the number which is up is called the dividend or the numerator, and the number which is down is called the divisor or the denominator. The number to be divided is called the dividend, and the number to divide is called a divisor. Okay, let's try to do a simple number, and we learn more concepts, and we learn more concepts in dividing fractions, and learn more concepts in dividing fractions. Example 2 is saying, suppose you are given a number which is 3 divided by 1 out of 3. 3 divided by 1 out of 3. Now, in this case, if you are given such a number, we are going to introduce in what we call a reciprocal. A reciprocal. You can only work out this number by introducing a multiplication sign. Meaning that this number will become 3 times 1 out of 3 out of 1. Meaning that if I have my 1 out of 3, its reciprocal, it will become 3 out of 1. If I introduce in the reciprocal, then I'll introduce in a multiplication sign. If I bring in the reciprocal, then I'll introduce in the multiplication sign. Then I change from division to multiplication. Meaning that the answer of this question will become 3 times 3, which is a 9. Therefore, the answer of the question, which is 3 divided by 1 out of 3, it will be 9. Let me hope we have understood how we have got our 9. Okay, let me introduce in another example. Let me try to introduce another example. Example 3. If I have a question which is 12 divided by 12 out of 7 divided by 6. 12 out of 7 divided by 6. You see that question? This question we can answer it like this. We know we're supposed to introduce in our reciprocal method. Therefore, we shall say 12 out of 7 divided by 6 is the same as saying 12 out of 7 times 1 out of 6. In simple term, I've introduced in the reciprocal of 6, which is 1 out of 6, and also I've changed the sign from division to multiplication. Therefore, I can work out this one further. We know we can reduce by 6. It can go through once, and then here it can go through twice, meaning that we shall have something like 2 out of 7 times 1. Therefore, 2 out of 7 times 1, it will give us 2 out of 7. Therefore, the answer of the question, which is 12 out of 7 divided by 6, is the same as 2 out of 7. The same as 2 out of 7. The same as 2 out of 7. Let me hope we are together. We are together with this one. Let me hope we are together with that. Okay. Let's try to do this example here. Let's try to divide this one. If you are given a question which is like this, we're having 3 whole number, 3 out of 5 divided by 2 whole number, 7 out of 10. These are mixed fractions. What you're going to do, you're going to change these fractions from mixed fractions into improper fractions. Therefore, we can change this one. We know when you are changing, this term multiplies this term, and then what we get, we add it up there. Therefore, 5 times 3 to give us 15. 15 plus 3 to give us 18. Therefore, here we shall have 18 divided by 5. Divided by, we do the same thing here. 10 times 2, we get 20. 20 plus 7, we shall get 27. 27 out of 10. 27 out of 10. Therefore, since we are saying we are doing division, the last term, this term here, we get its reciprocal, and then we change the sign from division to multiplication, meaning that our next step will be 18 divided by 5 times 10 out of 27. I have got the reciprocal of 27 out of 10. It is the same as 10 out of 27. Then after getting my reciprocal, I change the sign from division to multiplication. Meaning that my question, I can reduce. I can divide here by 5 to give me 1, by 5 to give me a 2. Therefore, I can also reduce here. 18 divided by, let's divide 18 divided by 9. 18 divided by 9, I'll get a 2. And also 27 divided by 9, I'll get a 3. Meaning that here we shall remain with 2 times this 2. 2 times 2 over, here we have a 1 times a 3. Giving us 2 times 2, it will be a 4. Out of 1 times 3, it would be a 3. Therefore, we are getting our answer, which is 4 out of 3. But this answer here is not so proper. We may not be very comfortable with writing something which is like this. Therefore, what you're going to do, we are going to change this fraction into a mixed fraction. If I divide 3 divided by 4, it will give me one whole number, 1 out of 3. Therefore, I have divided my question. That's it. I've divided my question.